Due to the graphic nature of this program, viewer discretion is advised.
Bad boys, what you want, what you want, what you gonna do when Chevy John don't come for you? Tell me what you wanna do, what you gonna do. Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Nobody now give you no break. Police now give you no break. That old soldier man not give you no break. Not even your eyes now give you no breaks. Yeah. Bad boys, what you gonna do? Or what you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, or what you gonna do? Or what you gonna do when they come for you?
Cops is filmed on location with the men and women of law enforcement. All suspects are innocent until proven guilty in a court of law.
For 25 years, I was an FBI agent. I was transferred to Las Vegas in the mid-'70s. It was the era of the mob control of numerous of the casinos out here. The mob owned many of the hotels with the hidden ownership and the skimming. A lot of agents worked very hard with Metro and cleaned up the hidden ownership of these casinos, and now 17 years later, I find myself working for a casino that is neither mob-owned or controlled. The Gold Coast. Almost all the employees and almost all the customers that come here are here for one reason, to have a good time. We have very few problems here, but this is an industry with a lot of cash, and there are some people, it's rare, but people come here and try to take advantage of us. So we have a fairly elaborate surveillance system and camera system, which we use to protect ourselves and our customers. Here we are upstairs in what historically has been known as the Eye in the Sky. It goes completely around the main pit here at the Gold Coast. It is also at our new pit on the Addition. And you can see that it's a long corridor called, and what we stand on is what historically, when you hear people talk about the catwalk, and that's where our surveillance people used to stand. They had binoculars, telephones, and they were able to zero in on activity in the pit at the various games. If they saw something themselves, they could call the pit. We had telephones up here. If the guys in the pit saw something they didn't like, they were able to call up. But like everything else, technology catches up with us, and we no longer use this catwalk except on very, very rare occasions. But for the most part, we went to a far more sophisticated way of doing it, which now allows our people to watch much more of the casino at the same time through videotape. We're inside our surveillance room now, and as you can see, we're basically, the camera that we're looking at now was in the same place on the catwalk that we were standing, and you can see how they can go straight into the game. They can count the chips on the racks. The red chips are $5 chips, the green ones are 25, and you can, if you come back just a little bit, you can see the hands. And then you could focus in on an individual hand. You can focus in on the chip, the amount of the bet, the player. It's just, it's remarkable what these cameras can do. And you can see that they're excellent. They give us excellent pictures, which is how anybody that's ever tried to rob a casino in Las Vegas has been unsuccessful.
Hey, one of the most common thefts occurred are pitching and cappers. Pitching would be removing a portion of the player's bet, his bet, so he wouldn't lose that much. His odds are not in favor of him winning at this point, so he's removing a part of a bet before the dealer gets to his spot. Over here we have a railbird. Railbird, it's a person that'll stand near a player in craps and try to distract his attention. Over here you'll see a perfect example of the player ordering a drink and not paying attention to his money. This patron here in the jacket will wait for the right time. And over here you can see him, he's just staring right at the bet. And as soon as the time is right, he's going to go in there and grab his money. And 9 out of 10 times, the subject will just take a portion of it Okay, what we have here is an incident where a player has a good hand and he wants to increase his bet, which is an illegal act. And it's definitely to his advantage. There's the move right there. The dealer caught it. And the infraction could lead up to a year in jail with an illegal move. In cheating in Las Vegas in table games, it's a write-off, it's a felon. You're on a felon charge when you cheat at any of the table games or any of our slot machines. You see, she tossed it back. The dealer's doing a very good job of protecting the game. Here's another incident of a capping. He's got a $25 original bet. He has a very good hand, and he'll add on by using the card. All of a sudden it becomes $50. You flip it over. In fact, the player's got blackjack, which he even gets paid even more than his original bet. Here's an incident where the dealer's flashing her hit card to the players. Okay, what you're looking for is just to see the card a little bit. And she's looking at it too. She'll flash to the lid. There it goes right there. Flashing occurs. One of the oldest moves in the business.
Here's just 2 weeks ago, here's an incident. The film is kind of blurred. This is one of our quad cameras, but you'll see a fellow here demanding the money from one of our change girls, and over here on the right-hand side, he's got a small revolver in its holster. It's one of the holsters where you can fire through the revolver at the girl. And our policy here is our employees are not to resist a robbery, but try to get their best description. This girl, obviously, when somebody points a gun at you, you don't know what's going to happen, and she's reluctant to give him the money. Now, he's just pulled the gun out of the holster itself, you see, and he's demanding the money, and she doesn't want to give it to him. There's a struggle on the floor now, and we'll see another camera zero in, and we'll see him down here on the floor. He's still holding the gun, which was armed. There's the money down on the floor. Very dangerous situation when you have guns. They're just not successful here because it's inside. We have the cameras. This fellow's still struggling. The amazing thing about this is this gentleman turned out to be a retired police officer from back east, from a state that if you're convicted of a felony, you lose your pension. We're really proud here in Las Vegas of the security people that work in these casinos. They're all trained. They all do their job well, and they never know what they're going to run into from day to day here. They work with Metro very well, and what he's doing with him now, they're taking him around the back of the building to a place where we detain people that need detaining, and we just call Metro, and they'll come and take it from there. He's been charged and is currently in jail on armed robbery charges. I think anyone that's ever came to Las Vegas realizes there's no place in the world you can come and spend 2 or 3 days and have more fun. But I think you will realize by now that if you do come, don't try to cheat us. We're not going to cheat you, and if you try to cheat us, you're going to go to jail.
911 emergency.
There's someone out in front of my house shooting out a gun.
Do you know who this guy is?
I have no clue.
Okay.
He's come out here yelling. I think someone might be hurt because I can't tell though.
Okay. Who's that crying there in the back?
I don't know. It's just they're just scared. I need someone to come here quick.
No, listen.
Shot again.
Okay, I understand, sir. Okay, we're gonna get someone there. Just stay on the phone with me, okay?
Patrol 581's arrived at the area. Well, we got a call of a subject that pulled up in a dark truck in front of a house and has been shooting a gun. And we're just around the corner.
Frank, I'll call.
That's right.
AC-65. We got some people up here.
Control doors 23.
23.
Arrived at 2 other, no mileage, and I'll be clear.
What's going on out here?
My daughter and a bunch of her friends were coming over here to get her medicine.
Is the person with the gun still here?
Chasing her.
Yeah. They still here?
No, originally somebody was chasing him with a gun.
Somebody, it's clear.
Who was shooting the gun?
Nobody shot a gun. No, not to my knowledge. I live down at the end of the street, and I'm sitting in the living room.
Let's go over here real quick, and then we'll get this sorted out.
I hear people screaming for help. I grabbed my pistol out of the drawer. Oh, by the way, I cleared it here.
Okay. Stay right there. Okay, I want you to go ahead and put your hands behind your back. Put them together like you're praying. Put them together like you're praying. Okay, spread your legs. Spread them a little more. You don't have another one or anything like that? Okay, go ahead. I'm listening.
I came out the door and saw a big group of people. And I started walking that way. They started screaming and hollering.
Who was?
That's
the group of people that were out here? Do you know who they were?
People, apparently they were kids. That's what we found out now. But apparently somebody was chasing them with a gun. And that's why they were screaming.
Now, how did you get that?
Just from the conversation here.
Come here, guys.
Unit with traffic reference gun.
Are you getting any info?
They're just not, you know, when this is my daughter Danielle.
Come here, I need to talk to you guys.
She can tell you the name of the kid.
Okay.
And
one's name was Greg. We were just coming down the street.
What?
And Greg, okay. We were coming down the street and I guess we were messing with him. He was like, get out of the road. We were like, you get out of the road. Just messing around, you know. And then they tried to kill, they had a gun. They were gonna kill him. They threw him against the wall. And he said, come on, Josh, like that. And then all of a sudden, that guy was there, came out, he goes, freeze like that. And I didn't know who he was. And I started screaming, he put a gun to me. He can't do
This
that.
guy did.
He can't do that.
Because he heard you all yelling that you had somebody had a gun, right?
Yeah, and we were scared. They told us to go away. And then it got
You know these kids?
Yeah, one of them rides my bus.
And where do they live? Do you know that?
I thought he lived in the apartments, but I know the house that he's always at.
Did they actually shoot the gun? Hey.
No, he needs to go get these girls. She's scared.
Did he tell the kids in the car?
Okay.
Did he point the gun at you or did he actually shoot? Did he shoot?
No, but he was going to shoot up in the air. He was going to shoot us.
Okay.
But he never actually shot.
Down a little bit and give him. He
I
needs.
can't.
Okay. Go ahead and get the descriptions and stuff. Okay. Sir, obviously you had a problem with one of the kids.
I was in the house with my wife watching TV with the kids.
And you're down by the corner.
Right off
Okay.
Okay, and I hear all this yelling and screaming coming down the street.
Did you hear what they were saying or yelling and screaming about?
Yes, they were talking about Ray's daughter. Okay, you fat bitch, you this and that, don't tell us what to do and this and that and all that. And I'm like, these are little teenage kids.
Was it these kids or was it some other kids?
It was these kids. Okay, that little girl in the striped shirt turns around and looks at me and says, what are you staring at, you? And I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. I don't take lip off little kids. I work for the county and I do, I work with kids all the time and I don't take lip off. So Ray and Gary are following these kids down the street saying, you got a problem, come back and let's talk about it. I heard not one word about a gun and this and that.
Right.
All they're doing is they're turning around and they're cussing them out because they came up and his grandchildren.
And who's Gary?
Gary's the guy down here. The guy that had the gun. That's the first time I heard anything about a gun. They turned around here and Gary said, y'all need to stop right here because I do have a gun. That's all he said. And then they're all freaking out. Somebody's chasing us with a gun and pointing us in the head with a gun. I never heard a word one about a gun before that.
Can you grab a volunteer, get him started on one, because now we're getting a whole different story.
I'm not lying to you, I promise.
Did you find any shell casings?
None. They're very cooperative. Let us check their car, check their room.
What's their story?
They haven't been out.
Sir? How many gun classes have you taken?
Several.
Several? In which class did they tell you to go out and confront a bunch of teenage or juvenile out in the middle of the street with a gun?
Nobody told me to go confront anyone with a gun.
Okay. To me, what it sounded like is you got a bunch of smart-mouthed kids that live in the neighborhood. You're probably tired of their crap. I can understand that part. It still doesn't justify. Okay, well, whatever the problem is, you know that there was a problem and there was some kids with running their mouths. It wasn't appropriate. They were wrong. Hopefully, their parents are going to deal with that. I would just say next time, use your head a little bit. Keep the gun put away unless there's actually a life-threatening situation, and this was not it.
Understand.
Okay, great. As it turns out, it doesn't look like we've really had a crime happen here other than maybe some really rude kids that had some problems with their neighbors in the neighborhood, and they bit off a little bit more than they could chew. We've dealt with that. We've dealt with the kids, and hopefully that'll be the end of it for tonight.
Been with Metro for about a year and a half now. Came from a smaller department in Durango, Colorado. Come here to work in the big city. A lot more stuff out here to do, and it's a lot of fun. The thing I like about it most is the teamwork out here. You work with a bunch of real good guys. To me, that's a big part of the job, if you can get along with the people you work with and stuff, and we can come out here and have a good time. That's what I like about it most. We're en route to a domestic now, so between two people is all we have. Unknown what's happening. Called 911 and nothing was said. Should be just right up here somewhere. We've got another unit in the area already. We get several of these calls a night. We're here.
Vehicle 404 and Charlie Fort, 9 Bonita.
Nice. Nice. Is this it?
Hello? What's the problem, Bernard? Watch the dog. Watch the dog. What happened today? Okay. You're fighting with your wife again. What do you want us to do? I don't know. I didn't start nothing. I got... Okay. I didn't start. Wait a minute. Wait. I'm gonna wait. I speak to someone, please.
Can we put him in the room?
You can't. I'll tell you what.
Come on.
I have no...
Come on.
Come here. I'll put you in the back. Do anything? Wait a minute. Come on. My friend.
As long as he stops barking, we're fine.
Anybody in back here, please?
Sir, just talk to me. What do you want us to do?
I don't know. Wait. I'm going to call somebody for something, okay? I have a right. That's my right.
I come in.
Who's that?
And he started.
Somebody.
Okay.
So I told him I can't take this more. I'm going to go to social service if he wants help. I can't live with the man.
Trouble.
She's trouble?
Yes.
What is she doing?
I'm not trouble.
Every damn thing you can think of.
Okay.
I'm going on 80 years old. I'm a cripple.
We've been married 20 years.
I don't care. Yeah, we've been married 18 years.
This is coming up.
All right.
What are we going to do to solve the problem tonight?
The problem is that she has a big damn mouth.
I haven't heard a word that she said since I've been in here. Only you. Only you, Bernard. It's true.
Come on, boy. You've been around a little bit, haven't you?
Oh, a little bit.
I have too.
So
I'm not a troublemaker.
Okay.
Can you go into the room tonight and just hang out in the room tonight so he'll calm down?
Please.
He's making it.
Hey, Bernard, she's willing to go halfway, okay? She wants to go into the room, so quit being so stubborn and let's...
Look, please, I am not going to take that. I don't realize what's going to happen sooner or later. She could, when I turn my head, she can hit me on the head.
Now that's
when I turn my head, she can do it.
I think she probably would have done that already if she was going to do that.
He's a sick
Okay, do me a favor, just
I know.
go ahead and take your cigarettes and everything into the room and try to hang out in there for a little while and see if we can get everything calmed down. So.
Okay.
I
ain't got nothing against nobody.
Do you got somebody you can stay with tonight, Bernard?
I can tell that or something.
Hey, Bernard, you got somebody you can stay with tonight?
Myself, I'm not going out of my own home. I pay everything here.
I went the other night.
I pay everything.
Can you go to a hotel
in this
tonight or something?
house and I can
No.
prove every
Why should
We're just gonna have to.
This is one of those situations where this is going to happen.
Oh yes, it's going to happen. It's going. Yes. Oh yes, it's going to happen. Maybe again and again. Maybe I don't know.
Sure. Well, it's all been approved. You just stay here, relax. You don't talk to her. She's not going to talk to you.
Oh, wait a minute. He's supposed to. He was only here 5 minutes ago.
Well,
10 minutes.
What? Had it up to here. Probably, huh?
Probably doesn't want to answer the phone now.
What do you mean he won't? He's my friend. He's been my friend for years.
want to get involved. That's
Come on, don't tell me that bull. Stop that bull. You ain't kidding nobody, sister. You're not kidding anybody. Believe me, you're not. And if there's anything that happens, you boys are going to be in trouble.
Okay,
Believe
Bernard,
me.
if anything happens, you give us a call back.
Bernie, Yeah. Try the solution. Try the solution on, all right? You sit there and you don't say anything to her. You sit there, don't say anything to him. Problem solved, right?
Please, I don't...
There's a solution.
No.
No?
Please,
Well, look,
please,
I'd
God
take
is
it.
my judge.
I'd have it myself. I gotta get through tonight.
Okay.
I'll take my
I
clothes
think we'll
out of
just
here
leave
and
you
get
newlyweds
tomorrow.
alone, you guys.
And I'll
Just
stay
have-
Newlyweds?
We've given you the only solution that we can.
That
So.
is a lot of...
See you later, Bernard.
Okay, I don't think this is right, and I don't think it's fair, and I'm telling you now, I'm gonna write, and I am gonna have it, and I am gonna have it taped, and if you don't think I ain't got a tape, mister, I got news for you. I got 3 tapes if I need tapes. I'm going on 80 years old, but if anything happens...
Okay, Bernard.
Okay,
We'll see ya.
You can say, you can do any... See, every time I try to call the police department, there's always someone that says something different, like the other night.
He says he wants a solution. You give him a solution, and he doesn't want to have anything to do with it, so did all we can do.
It's only 12 o'clock now. They're pretty early to be fighting like this because, like I said, last time it came out about 4 and they were going at it. But
Charlie 45.
what are you going to do? Couples in love.
Exactly.
132 in Bush. I've got him at gunpoint. Okay, gunpoint 132 in Bush. Covers code 3. Being sent. Unit 2514 can transmit on tag 2. Okay, we'll still send it code 3.